Hello, this is to document differences between the 8.0 Metabo HPT battery, 4.0 when it's a 36 volt, 8.0 when it's an 18 volt, and the 5 amp hour and 18 volt and 2.5 amp hour at 36 volt Metabo HPT battery, lithium ion. I just got this battery. I did a review for Metabo HPT, and they had requested that I do the review, and they wanted to send me another 8.0 battery, but I actually requested to get the new battery, the 5.0 2.5 amp hour battery, because I wanted to get one. But I actually bought one myself after I knew I was getting this free one. But I told them I'd do a review on this, and the main thing I wanted to do was get the measurements on it, get how big it is, what size it is. I think for the size, I mean, you get what I'm hoping is you get a better size for youth kind of difference. I don't know how to say that, but you get with the 8.0, it's a heavy battery. It has a 21700 cells in it, which are a little more powerful cells, a little more capacity. Well, actually, capacity depends on what the rating is on the cell. I mean, you can have a 18650 with the same capacity, so can't say that's true all the time. But the thing about it is the 8.0 is a bigger battery. It's heavier, so it's something you don't want to use on your smaller tools. It's adds a lot of weight. So I was really interested in this 5.0 battery, 2.5 5.0, because it's a definite. It's definitely got. It's got to have the 18650s. I don't know that for sure, but it's pretty much. That's kind of an assumption, but it's a pretty good assumption. If you're in Milwaukee's platform, that's the best way I can kind of compare it. Milwaukee's 5.0 batteries would be comparable to these ones, these 5.0s, and then the 8.0 would be comparable to the Milwaukee's high output 8.0s, not the 9.0, but the 8.0s of the Milwaukee, size-wise and everything. And if you've used Milwaukee's, you know that the 5.0 is a nice battery. It's a nice size for almost any tool that you have. But the 8.0, it's good, but it's, on an impact driver, even on a drill, it's bulky, it's big. I really wouldn't want to. If I could save weight, I don't need that little bit of power is not important enough to want that. So I wanted to do a comparison, unbox it, and everything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and unbox it, and we'll do some weight and measurements with that. Thanks. Okay, so I got that unboxed. Didn't take long. So I'm gonna take this little protective cover off and get the measurements out here. Check the weight. That's the main thing I'm looking at here. So the big battery, the 8.0, looking at 34.24 ounces, 2.14 pounds. And if you want grams, you got 90, well, it says 971 grams. So 3.424, 34.24 ounces, 2.14 pounds. And on the 5.0, looking at 1.525 pounds, which is savings of 0.6 pounds, over half a pound. Yeah, about a little over half a pound, 0.6. And got 24.4 ounces, 692 grams. So that's that, and then now we'll check the actual size of it. Thanks. Okay, so got the tape measure, and basically what we're looking at is about 5 inches long, and as far as the width, it's about 3 1/4 wide. Now let me get the length of this. With a smaller battery, we got about 4. It's close to 4.5. So you're looking at 5 and 4.5. So you're losing half an inch in length. Width-wise, you're looking at close to 3 1/4, as opposed to, about the same. Really not losing anything on width. Height, you're at about 3. You're less than 3, so you're losing about 1/4 inch on height with the smaller battery, the 5.0 compared to the 8.0. So kind of give you a little shot. You can see the size. It really looks a lot smaller in person, but you can kind of see that size. The heights are close, they're not real far off, and the widths are about the same. So if you it's slightly thinner on the smaller battery. It's, it might be 1/8 of an inch thinner. It's very, very close. But the length is a big difference. So you're getting right there that you can kind of see from the top the difference in length. So that's a big difference. But yeah, you're losing 0.6 pounds, and if you're looking at 1.5 pounds, 0.6, that's like, around 25%. You're increasing your size 25% to get an 8.0, which ain't bad. So the 8.0 is a good battery, and I'd say both of them are a good battery. But if you want to use a multi-volt battery on on all of your tools, this would be a lot more comfortable. Using the 8.0, it just feels heavier, but let me grab I'll grab a Milwaukee 5.0 and compare that to this 5.0. Okay, I got the 5.0 battery, and we'll kind of just I won't take measurements, we'll just kind of look at the size. But if you took an overhead, I'd actually think, yeah, they're almost identical. They're so close in size that, you know, there's no need to even check the difference. It'd be minute. So, you know, roughly same size. I don't see a real difference. But we'll get the weights. Get a quick weight on the Milwaukee. Well, yeah, just to remind, 692 grams, 24.4 ounces, 1.52 pounds. So 1.52 pounds, and then the Milwaukee's 1.598 pounds. So the Milwaukee is just a very small amount bigger. 725 grams, 25.57 ounces compared to 24.4. So you're losing an ounce at least. But yeah, so if you're familiar with the Milwaukee 5.0, that'll give you an idea that, you know, but this battery from Metabo HPT is better. And because, you know, the reason would be is the 36 volt, you know, right there. This is only an 18 volt. This is a 36 and an 18. So I'd rather have this battery here. It gives you the ability to run at a higher voltage, so you know that may make a difference on for some tools, some applications. You may be able to drive out a little more power, but I like that. I like this battery. I like that they did an 18650, what I'm assuming is an 18650 battery that can do 36 volt. I like that. I like that this can work with all their tools. Every tool. Well, you know, you could use this on a miter saw, a cordless miter saw. I don't know how well it'll work, but it'll work. So that might be the most versatile battery out there. So really impressed with this battery. And thanks for listening. And hopefully that helps people out understanding a little more about Metabo HPT and their battery systems.